and a warm welcome to the 4th episode of Monday Mornings. We have a lot to talk about today, including NATO leaders are having a cold watch on the situation on Belarus after Wagner fighters have reached the country. I'm Purapi Kamsong. The top story: the Move Forward Party had launched an investigation into one of its elect MPs following allegation of assault against his girlfriend.
แอม บุษกร ทองอลาม เพื่อไทย list PM Adisorn Piengkes chastised the Move Forward Party's decisions to propose its PM Padipat Suntiphada as the House Speaker as an opportunistic and unorthodox move.
Anawin Kaitarong, Senator Kittisak Ratanawaha made the comment to demand that the Election Commission seek a ruling from the Constitutional Court about whether Pita should be disqualified from the election for allegedly holding share in ITV.
But first, we begin the program as usual, starting the point your world in just 1 minute.
A group of supporters of Move Forward Party gathered at the party office and made a chastised comment before Pheu Thai leader Chalanan Sigel while he enters the building for negotiations. The move considered to be unprofessional.
ลมแรงขึ้นลมแรงที่ทะเลตรังปรากฏว่าซัดเรือประมงจมไปหลายลำเลยทีเดียวนะคะ
Vehicles torched, buildings ablaze and stores looted. Anger has erupted into violent riots across France for a fourth night.
The details later on the program.
NATO leaders have tracked the movements of mercenaries fighting in Ukraine far from their borders, but they've heard members of the Wagner group move closer to them to Belarus.
This program is made possible by the Department of Foreign Languages and listeners like you. Thank you.
Move Forward Party have launched an investigation into one of its elect MPs following allegation of assault against his girlfriend, who also worked as his campaign assistant. According to the victim's social media post, the accused MP-elect represents Talingshan and Thawipwatthana district. The 26-year-old woman from Bangkok filed a police complaint in Bowin Police Station, Chonburi, accusing her boyfriend and MP in question of assault. She shared details that complaint and photo of her bruise on her Instagram story as reported by the Facebook page Street Hero V3. According to the complaint, the assault took place on June 23rd while they were driving to a golf course in Srirasha district. The victim was allegedly punched in the face and was forcibly pulled out of the car by her hair before her phone was thrown onto the roadside. The victim suffered several bruises.
24 hours of fighting, Move Forward Party and Pheu Thai Party are back on track to undertake the negotiations. Well, on the last day of the possible negotiations, July 2nd, 2023, Bawalat has the details.
Move Forward and Pheu Thai meet to number of their details. July 2nd is the day that the said party meet. July 3rd is the official opening of the parliament. July 4th is the day of the voting of the House Speaker. July 15th is the possible day for the voting of the Thai. I am Bawalat Onyato for Monday Morning. พลังประชารัฐ MP ธรรมนัส พร้อมเผ่า say it was a misunderstanding after former MP ปรินาไกรกุป made a request that ธรรมนัส would propose Pheu Thai MP สุชาติ ทัชชารน as the House Speaker. Despite knowing and respecting สุชาติ due to their past involvement in the same party พลังประชารัฐ ธรรมนัส has not contacted him since สุชาติ made the decision to switch party ธรรมนัส state. He also emphasized his commitment to politics and affirmed that the party with the highest number of votes should form the government. Other party in the meantime should maintain a low profile, he said. a senator who has been publicly disparaging of the Move Forward party is now saying that party leader Pita Limjaroenrat will never get enough support of the Senate to become Thailand's next prime minister.
The new distribution on the cabinet seats seemed reduced from Pita party as being sent on getting House Speaker position. Reports have emerged that Pita party is willing to lower its quota of 14 seats in the ministerial position to 13, as long as it gets the House Speaker position. Pita leader Cholanan Sirikel insists that the bickering about the speaker seat would not lead to the fragmentation of coalition of 8 parties. He said that Pita did not want to see the vote because of the House Speaker become a free vote because it is not beneficial for both Pita and Move Forward. Cholanan believed that both parties would eventually reach an agreement.
Meanwhile, outspoken Pita list PM Adisorn Piengkes chastised the Move Forward party decision to propose its MP Padipat Suntiphada as the House Speaker as an opportunistic and unorthodox move. He said there have been no agreed upon terms yet, so the move was very inappropriate. As for the proposal to increase the number of ministers for the Move Forward party to 15 in exchange for Pheu Thai taking the speaker role, Adisorn say people should not mess with the administrative positions and should instead focus on settling the matter. He also threatened that the voting for the speaker on July 4 might be a free vote if the issue could not be settled. We will propose a candidate from our own parties as the Speaker of the House, without borrowing support from any other party. If the issue remains unresolved, it could impact the vote for the Prime Minister, Adisorn say.
Senator Kittisak Ratanawaha, Deputy Chairman of the Senate on Political Development and Public Inclusion, made a comment after accompanying Siri Surapanon, Chairman of the same Senate panel, to the Election Commission to demand that the Commission seek a ruling from the Constitutional Court about whether Pita should be disqualified from the May 14 election from allegedly holding share in ITV. Kittisak expressed confidence that fewer than 5 senators would vote in support of Pita as Prime Minister. At a joint session expected in the middle of July, Pita needs about 65 votes from the Senate to be able to form the government. More senators will decide to exercise non-for-short.
Former Speaker of the Parliament Chuan Lik Pai warned that the past party with similar vote count would not form the government together because they would end up arguing. He said Move Forward party and Pita party were facing dilemma as they had similar vote count. The fight would stay and let both sides if not back down. As for the Move Forward party claimed that they would be unable to push their legislation if they not get the seat. Chuan stated it was not true because the Speaker of the Parliament cannot act according to personal preference.
Word of the Day is presented by the Department of Foreign Languages.
นำเสนอโดยกลุ่มสาระการเรียนรู้ภาษาต่างประเทศ
คำศัพท์วันนี้เสนอคำว่า negotiation สะกด negotiation อ่านว่า negotiation แปลว่าการเจรจาตัวอย่างประโยค The two parties are again back on track to undertake the negotiation ทั้งสองพรรคกลับมาดำเนินการเจรจาอีกครั้ง I am ศักดาส่งศรี
Welcome back to Monday Mornings. Let's take a look at world news with Adisorn Piengkes.
Thank you very much. A sizable crowd turned out for teenager Neil M., whose mother had issued an appeal for all to attend the service. Riots have erupted daily life across several cities. At least 2,000 people have been arrested since they started with Neil's killing on Tuesday, and the French Interior Minister says for a second night in a row, at least 45,000 officers will be deployed on the streets. Melinda Nuzifora from TRT World has the latest.
Vehicles torched, buildings ablaze and stores looted. Anger has erupted into violent riots across France for a fourth night. More than 45,000 police officers have been deployed across the country to try to subdue the unrest, but their presence has done little to calm the chaos. Authorities say the streets of Paris were slightly calmer, but elsewhere, including in Marseille and Lyon, the situation has worsened. Video circulating on social media shows explosions in Marseille. France's second largest city is home to a large population of North African heritage. The rolling riots began on Tuesday after police shot and killed a 17-year-old boy named Nahel M in Paris. The teenager, of Algerian and Moroccan descent, had been pulled over for a traffic stop. Video of his death appears to show police firing into the stationary vehicle. His death has reignited concerns about police brutality and racism in the country. France's Interior Minister appeared on national television on Saturday to defend the government's handling of the unrest.
Was there impunity for this policeman? No. He was taken into custody the same day and put under formal investigation. And today, unfortunately for him, he's in jail. Does it justify the unjustifiable? The answer is no. But what I want to say today is that there is nothing more transparent than the President's government in this case.
The presidency has called for an immediate end to the violence, but protesters say they won't stop until police violence does. Melinda Nusofora, TRT World.
NATO leaders have tracked the movements of Russian mercenaries fighting far from their borders in Ukraine. Now some have grown uneasy about having members of the Wagner Group on their doorstep. On Wednesday, the leaders of Poland and Lithuania paid a visit to Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky in Kiev ahead of NATO summit next month. They have seen Wagner troops stage an uprising over the weekend and marched towards Moscow. Those fighters have now been offered the option of relocating to Belarus. Polish President Andrzej Duda said, "We talked a lot about the latest situation with the Wagner Group and about decisions that were made in Russia. We interrupt them as something that calls for very close vigilance from NATO." Zelensky had a different take. He said, "Our army thinks that the situation in our country's north due to the presence of Wagner mercenaries in Belarus hasn't changed and that the situation is under control." Zelensky has been pushing to have Ukraine join NATO. He says he understands his country cannot become a member while it is still at war. However, he wants to get some signals at the summit that Ukraine will become a member after the fighting is done. Back to you.
Thank you very much for listening. See you next time.